There's a big story here in New York. Jerry Seinfeld rolled his car. He's fine.
Nice.
Out there in the Hamptons, driving around, to and fro his huge East Hampton mansion.
Oh, he's got that giant place out there.
And he was in a Fiat? A Fiat.
67 Fiat.
A 67 Fiat, and the brakes, what?
Just quit.
The brakes failed. Elaine, the brakes failed on my car. What do I do?
And then he pulled the emergency brake, and that wasn't working too well. So then he decided to turn right hard, and that made him roll.
There were canned laughs going on. And boom, doo doo, bing, bing, ding, bing, bing, bing. Kramer, I can't stop my car. What do I do? I don't know, Jerry. I think the cut your brake line. It's Jerry. I can't believe it. I rolled my Fiat. What do I do? Call the they'll come and burn it for you. You'll get the insurance money. Just make sure do it. The hell's he doing?
I don't know. He owns like 200 cars or something crazy like that. So he drives around in the piece of crap one.
He has
the one that could possibly fail on him.
Yeah, you'd think he'd have all of them in impeccable condition. He's got a garage on his property that is way bigger than anyone's house that is listening to this show.
On 83rd Street, he had a building for 5 years. It took like a brownstone.
Yeah.
Renovated into being this garage.
Converted into a garage that lifts the cars up 5 stories and stacks up his classic cars and Porsches. And then he pulls out a Fiat. This old Fiat.
What? Why? How come a white guy could do that? And there's so much love and respect when you talk about it. If a nigga did that, you would just be all day long talking about what's wrong with him.
Because the cars will be stolen.
Did you hear what 50 Cent did to a house? He turned a damn brownstone to a garage.
That's crazy.
Seinfeld is a classic. He's a collector.
Because everyone loves him.
Frivolous.
Because everyone loves him.
Black people are frivolous. White people are collectors.
You watch that show, Seinfeld. People love the guy. Oh, he's so funny and non-threatening.
He had 200 cars. If 50 Cent had 200 cars, it'd be a problem.
I think it's pretty crazy that he turned a brownstone into a freaking parking garage.
For 5 years they complained.
The neighbors hated it.
Out of their mind.
All you hear is car elevators going up and down all hours. I want car number 32. It's on the 3rd floor. Get me my Porsche. Get it going.
I guess
Jerry, you ought to get a to work here to bring your cars down for you. It's a Jerry.
I was reading he has 47 Porsches. 47
Porsches.
In
Just
his collection, yes.
Yeah.
You think as the car's rolling, he's just thinking $250 million. $250 million. What am I doing?
What am I doing?
Riding a car made of cotton.
Really?
I hate stories like that because I do kind of like going out and driving,
He's driving a car before safety. Like those cars before there was safety. About safety.
I don't need seatbelts.
He's worth about $1 billion, and he still has the seatbelt that goes across your waist.
It's got the steering wheel that just goes right through your chest if you hit something at 5 miles an hour.
No safety check.
Yeah, no airbags, nothing like that. Think of the future.
That's the first thing they do in commercials now is just to, it's got a 3 in safety. And that's the first thing
they always talk about that drivers, passengers, back side curtain airbags. Airbags pop out of everywhere now.
Yeah.
Back then, you got a metal dashboard.
He's driving one of those cars that oil slick come back like a spy car. Or you ever see Get Smart when it's driving slow and then all of a sudden it just speeds up real fast and drives slow again. He's driving a black spots car. He probably has a death wish. He's tired.
Yeah, you think he's tired of the whole thing? Just, kill me.
Jerry Seinfeld should never roll a car. He has enough money to prevent that from happening.
I would have loved to have seen him crawling out of the wreckage. Because everyone does, it really humanizes you and humbles you, I think, when you just, I'm crawling from the wreckage! Elaine! Pick me up. I'm on Long Island.
Who cut his brake line?
I'm crawling. It was Jerry. They cut your brake line. They're jealous of you, Jerry. They're jealous. They're jealous. Kramer, stop stop talking about that. Just crawling out of one of the windows, one of the busted, or the windshield or something. I'm crawling out of my windshield of my Fiat. Help me. Were you swerving to avoid a Jerry? There aren't any of those in the Hamptons. Or a P. Diddy.
Or a squirrel.
What was it? Did you think you saw Bigfoot or a Jerry?
Terrible, man.
Make a great episode. Jerry rolls his car in this hilarious episode of Seinfeld.
How scary is that?
Yeah, it's pretty
Have you
scary.
ever done that? How do you even roll a car?
Never rolled a car. That's usually some type of, you're avoiding something at high speed.
Oh, and then you just...
Yeah, you gotta...
No, because he pulled the emergency brake. That wasn't working, so now he turns hard right. He was turning hard right to try to get off the road, and that's what made the roll. And then I guess the roll stopped right before a lot of traffic that was flying.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, this was a close one for him.
Oh,
this was a close call for Jerry.
Jerry Seinfeld almost got killed.
Yeah.
That would have been something. Imagine that in the news.
With no kids. He doesn't have any
We're
kids enough,
reporting
right?
now that Jerry Seinfeld was killed in a car accident. Oh, they'd be doing all kinds of retrospective.
Yeah.
He was at the Comedy Cellar last night. He went on and...
Oh, so he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He was there last night. It was so funny, too, because I went on...
Last night? What a trooper.
Kevin Brennan, and it was so funny to watch Colin get bumped.
Oh.
That's
Really?
right.
Yeah, well,
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's here.
Act like you co-signed for it, Colin. Jerry probably went, do you mind if I went, Colin? Colin's trying to act like he volunteered for it, but he really got bitched. That's so good.
Yeah, I'll take the bump. What are you going?
What's wrong with that needy, psychotic Seinfeld?
Oh.
Why would you go on stage after you roll your car? Why would you go on stage after you get $250 million?
Why just? What is he doing?
I'd go on and take a dump every night, and they'd probably go, look, you can't come back anymore.
I know
not
you're Jerry
funny anymore.
Seinfeld, but you can't do that anymore.
The crowd just,
Jerry just squats on stage.
with his fingers up, taking a dump, and then just gets up and walks off without a word or an explanation.
And then covers the dump up with some money.
He throws a few hundred, like Sonny Corleone.
Covers up dump.
Covers it up like a cat does. but use the money.
Scratches money over his dump.
Then just walks off.
Scratching hundreds over his...
Rolls another
And
car.
leaves, just walks away.
He's bored, obviously, huh?
Well, I guess so.
You gotta be.
Hey,
You do
so-
a movie, you do stand-up, and then you want to go back to stand-up. He's a comic.
Started
Yeah.
this break talking about Scott and Todd and how awful Scott now speaks, and it just so happens they did their own Jerry Seinfeld bit today. Let's see
Did
how
they?
that was.
All
Yeah,
right.
you just heard ours. We'll compare what they did now.
Okay.
You see that story about Jerry Seinfeld, too?
Yeah, he's okay.
I guess he was tooling around in his classic 67 Fiat, one of his many vehicles.
Well, you know what's funny is this is the car. A lot of guys who collect cars
Nothing
have
you're
like
saying.
a driver car as opposed to the ones that are their real show cars. Unfortunately, this was one of his driver cars.
That's one of the
Hold on,
cars
can I
that
ask
they
you a
obviously tool around in, right?
Right, exactly.
Where's the funny part there?
Yeah.
She's like, something funny about this. And it's like,
You know what's
where?
funny? This was one of his driver cars. He's got his cars that he collects that he doesn't drive, but this was one that he takes out and drives. That's really the funny part.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted to talk about, I think, the fact that a lot of times they have multiple... Quiet hole.
Who the hell is listening to this crap?
Was that done?
Yeah,
That was it. Well, then they have this part of it.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2-story building, Joe. 5 years to renovate it. He doesn't care. Nah, you got so much money.
He's got full-time people that work on it.
Yep. How many people does it take to take care of that many cars? 4 or 5, Patty, you think?
20, Jerry.
How many does it take to hold up your face, rockhead? That's stupid rockhead.
This may be so unnecessary, but that's the difference between funny people and there's people that's just... You can hear the silence that they were having trouble
Trying to figure out what to do with this.
How this is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Like, funny people just go, I'm going to try to make anything funny. I'm just going to think of an angle and say it and actually be attached to it. That is,
Yeah.
I'm going to find a funny angle in this real quick.
And just screw around.
Or the passionate angle or something.
Something.
It was times where it was silence
Ah.
where they were going, they wanted to just go, well, he's safe.
So Jerry Seinfeld rolled his classic Fiat last night.
Yeah.
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 He's got a lot of money and cars. Yeah.
Shit.
So what?
I heard that
I don't know.
I heard that he drives. That's the one he likes to drive.
Yeah.
He likes to drive that one, and I also read that he likes to drive a 1980 one, like a
1980, an 80 Porsche.
Yeah.
Does he keep that in a brownstone he renovated? How many people do you think it takes to run that?
How hard is that?
Holy mother of God! What drivel? What drivel?
I think it takes about two people because one he has to bring the ticket.
Two people?
Yeah.
Can someone pick my jaw up off the floor?
They were just listing facts.
Yeah.
It's 55.
Well, that was our.
Jerry. That's weird. He's been retired for the show went off the air like almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. I saw the final episode. You see that one?
Well, now it's time for traffic and weather, so that's our Seinfeld bit.
I was gonna.
We're gonna do a Looney Tune next. That'll waste 2 minutes.
His skull looks like it weighs about 80 pounds. It's a giant fraudulent. He has a Halloween mask face.
His head looks like Tarantino's prop skull in Dusk Till Dawn.
Wow.
When it hits the floor.
Nice.
Yeah. He's got Terminator head.
It looks like his lower jaw is just getting very heavy.
Yeah.
Something's going on there.
It's just going to just fall off his face.
It's like he's got that big bulbous chin. Like a big bulbous chin.
It's okay. A Saturday Night Live prosthetic. It's one of those makeup face jaws that they put on when they're doing like a Leno bit.
Yeah.
God, yes, that's exactly.
Hey, here's
because you could almost picture what he would look like with that taken off and having a normal face.
I tell you, it looks like Mickey Rourke.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with Mickey Rourke. Wow.
Can we finish up the second half of this wonderful Jerry Seinfeld garage thing?
There's more?
There's more to it?
Yeah.
Why did you tell us?
Maybe that's when they get to the funny.
Hold
okay.
On. Laughing hats on, folks. Laughing hats on.
I took mine off for a second.
Right.
Just to make everyone uncomfortable, we're going to start this part over again.
All right. Yes.
It's a 2-story building, Joe. He has 5 years to renovate it.
He doesn't care.
Now you got so much money.
He's got full-time people that work on it.
Yep. How many people does it take to take care of that many cars?
2,000.
Probably.
Because you got to take care of, you got to clean them, you got to do the maintenance.
They got to be run a little bit to keep the engine.
That's what do you do? I drive Porsches.
Plus, you got to keep the building up.
Yeah. And you got, what about all the paperwork on these things? You got to make sure the insurance, the registrations, and, I have a hard time with 2 cars, just trying to, which one has got the inspection.
Well, a lot of them aren't even registered for the road.
No, I see.
Come on.
Oh my God.
That's the funny part, right? Is that they were doing a break that they weren't seriously doing that.
Attention people that are working their asses off listening to our show today. That audio you just heard is from a guy that makes millions of dollars a year. Millions of dollars a year as you slave away at your job.
What do you think the paperwork is like for this,
Crazy.
You think, like Jerry's at Motor Vehicle, online at Department of Motor Vehicle, register. I'd like to register 8,000 cars.
Right, can you imagine you got to register all those cars?
Yeah. There's, how does he carry all those license plates back?
Can you imagine?
It's got to get heavy when you're...
Can you imagine the insurance? The insurance on having 200 cars.
Well, what about checking tire pressure on so many cars? That's 4 per car. So now you're quadrupling even the number of cars he has, and you're putting a little air thing in the stem.
I know he's a billionaire, but with gas prices how they are, can you imagine filling up 200 cars if the prices were...
Renovated the building. The building was originally, I believe, a textile mill back in 1857.
That's where, could you imagine the neighbors? They must be... my face. My face is trying to...
Oh, my God.
He didn't even go for a Kramer Newman neighbor joke. Like, he just
Disinterested.
totally disinterested in the story.
But why report it? Just
and report like the most inane, boring fact.
But there's an angle. You said he used to own that building.
Yeah.
And the angle on that is who bought it?
Who bought that
Who
one?
bought his giant garage townhouse? like it's so many angles to go. It's just like
I'm going to go down and see who bought that. I'm going to go to the town records and see who actually bought it.
Yeah, let's talk about the cars a little more. Imagine the air fresheners. You think how many for air fresheners?
You think all the cars need air fresheners or the new ones smell nice on their own?
Guys, the funny thing is...
What's the funny thing?
What's the funny thing is
you don't have to keep
them. Don't you have to start them? What is it?
No, you don't.
The stardom.
She probably just saw 48 hours.
Yeah.
She was worried.
Yeah, the Porsche wasn't going to start.
You know what? I know we're going after Dennis and Callahan in Boston. I know that fat pig Terry Clifford is on our radar.
Slob.
But Sam, drop everything and get us more of this guy.
I need some more of this. Yes.
Can you imagine how many? Wow, I don't even have a thought anymore on this. But we still have 30 seconds to kill with this before we get to traffic.
That's how long does a tune-up take on all those cars? Do a tune-up. Right. You know, there's a lot of spark plugs to gap. If it's 8-cylinder, and you're talking now, it's 8 times the cars per spark plug that you're gapping and putting in. So that doesn't include wires and distributor, capacitor, and points. This could take a while. This could take a long time.
Oh my God! The guy makes millions.
You think he's
under nothing?
He's on a creeper underneath one of the cars, right? Fixing it.
That dumb woman piping in, and who dusts off all the bumpers?
Yes, they could get dirty. Stop it, hole.
How do they wash all those cars? How do you wash all those cars, you think? You think there's like there's a car wash day?
Hey, Scott.
Yeah?
Hey, what's going on with that pregnant guy?
Oh, there's a story about a man that's pregnant. That's an amazing story. I don't know to believe it. You think that's true?
I think it's possible.
I don't know. You think give him a sonogram?
Yes.
See what's in there? Because I know, people get sonograms when they're pregnant. Where do they deliver that from?
How are they going to deliver this, baby? That's going to be quite a delivery.
That's a chore.
A P-section?
Stop throwing jokes in.
You think P-section?
You're ruining it by throwing an actual joke in, Patrice.
You jerk. You jerk. You're supposed to just be inane.
I thought that would be a joke. That would. I thought they would say that joke. They wouldn't do that.
Elaine! Elaine, where's the crescent wrench? I need a crescent wrench, Elaine! You think Jerry's got a nice set of tools? You think he buys good tools like Craftsman, so if they break, he can replace them free of charge at Steers? Or do you think he buys Snap-on tools?
You're listening to The Big Show. We call our show The Big Show.
Holy crap.
Who do you think got him pregnant?
Pregnant guy.
You talking about pregnant guys still?
How
did he get pregnant? Did he take one in the... I can't say that.
If I took one in the air, wouldn't they be delivering a pet?
A big lump of... So they delivered. Congratulations, you're the proud papa of a big lump of...
For the racist people out there.
Oh, geez, don't even say it.
This is where you would place the racist joke.
Make your own racist joke.
Right, yeah, on radio.
Congratulations. You have a baby, but it stinks. It's going to smell forever.